Impact. It doesn't make any sense.
Especially because, I wonder if it was just to sign him away from Impact. I wonder if that was the deal. And they're just signing people just to have him under the umbrella. Because I was just reading now that they're looking at doing another superstar shakeup where they're going to be sending people down to NXT. Where they're going to be sending main roster, Raw and SmackDown to NXT to really shake things up. But, Michael Bennett and Maria, they probably would have gotten over just fine in NXT because the crowd's going to be more familiar with them. And newsflash to WWE, when was Maria in the 2008, 2007?
Yeah, it was like mid to late 2000s, I guess.
Yeah, nobody's going to... No disrespect to her, but no WWE fans, unless you're the quote-unquote hardcore fans, are going to remember her.
Sure.
She's done... But the problem is she's done great stuff in Ring of Honor and great stuff in New Japan. She played a very integral part in Mike Bennett in the Kingdom. She did a lot of cool stuff with Anderson and Gallows in New Japan. I mean, that was cool. And, but you have to reintroduce her then because you're treating her like she's the queen, but you're not doing any video packages really on them. You're not explaining who she is or where she came from. And I think they're just dropping the ball with these two from the beginning.
Yeah. I don't know what again, I don't know what purpose it's serving. I mean, I feel bad for Bennett. I just wish they would have had something better for him planned, and at least giving him some wins early to establish him as a guy who's a kind of a credible wrestler. At least if you want to slot him in the mid card, which is fine. I'm not saying that he should be in the main event, but at least put him in the mid card. See how he gets over with his promos and the act, and if he gets some wins, and then maybe if he gets some good crowd reactions or people behind him or against him, at least you can utilize him in a bigger role. And if he doesn't get over, then you can do whatever you want with him, right? Make him a jobber or change the act.
Hawkins treatment.
Yeah, that's fine. But to do this and just have him going 50-50 with Sami Zayn already, doesn't really do anybody any favors. So it's kind of a waste. Especially
with the poor booking of Sami Zayn as it is, a win over Mike Bennett's not going to help Sami Zayn as much as it's going to hurt Michael Bennett. Forget that Michael Kanellis. Sorry, driving me crazy. Mm-hmm. Talk about strange booking. Jinder Mahal and Randy Orton in the Punjabi prison match, or as I call it, the colored PVC pipe match. This match went a half hour, Joe. Tell me...
Well, 7 minutes of that was Great Khali walking to the ring.
The Great Khali kind of looks like he's holding in a poop. I feel like that's, it's...
Looked very uncomfortable. I'll say that.
Then I can't believe the Great Khali is back.
Believe it, man. Believe that.
Who says that? I'd rather watch a Roman Reigns wet T-shirt video.
I can't believe we're 33 minutes into the show and that's the first Roman Reigns reference we've had. I feel like we're really slacking.
We've been complaining a lot this show. It's not going to get much better, so buckle your seatbelts. Jinder, this match was terrible.
Please keep listening. Okay, I'm sorry.
Please keep listening. This match was god-awful for a couple of reasons. A, the Punjabi prison is an atrocious idea. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that. It's not an atrocious idea. Have they always done the 60-second thing, or is that new? I've never actually watched a Punjabi prison match.
Yes, this is only the third one ever. And sadly, probably the best one. But I don't. The other two, when they happened, I didn't watch them when they were.
Those are the dark periods when neither one of us were really watching.
Yeah, well, it's hard
JBL
to buy pay-per-views when it's Undertaker Big Show, and then the other one was Great Khali versus Batista. I think those are the other two Punjabi prison matches. I don't know if they had the 60-second thing. Here's what I'll say, and I commented on this while I was watching the show. I was texting with BK.
Why weren't you texting me?
You weren't. Were you watching it?
You would know, actually, would you? Selfish wrestling.
Can I finish my point now? Is that possible?
Yeah, go ahead. Why don't you text Brian your point?
I will.
Tight.
I don't want too much dead air on the show.
We should change the name of the show to Dead Air.
Dead Air. There's of all the crazy gimmicks and stuff, right? I mean, people get on Vince Russo, right, for making all sorts of crazy gimmick matches and things. This is definitely one of the most odd and intricate designed gimmick matches that I've seen, and they're certainly not from the brain of Vince Russo. They have the two bamboo cages All right, one
They're
around the ring,
PVC piping.
one around the ring, and then one on the outside of the ring. You call for one of 4 doors to be open. The referee opens the door. If you don't go out through that door in 60 seconds, they close it and lock it. And then after all 4 of those have been gone through, then you can only climb out over the top. So finally they get to the point where they have the Singh brothers come out from under the ring and drag Jinder Mahal out of the door, the 4th door, and the 4th door locks and gets closed. And literally within like a minute, Randy Orton just climbs over the first set of bamboo, and then almost climbs out the second one just by leaping from the first cage to the second cage, and almost just walks right out. So I don't know what benefit those doors or that phase of the match actually served.
So what you're saying is, for time, you could just... It actually takes more time to walk out the door and then walk up the cage than it does to walk over the cage and jump across.
Or like, if let's say there's 4 doors, right? Okay. And let's say that one guy, let's say it was Jinder, just has to open the first door and wants to get out that outside of the cage through that door. And then if you were Orton, I would just let him walk out and go out another door at the same time. Because once he's out, he's not coming back in. Well,
the same can be said for when guys try to climb over a cage and escape, and you could just gladly walk out the door. So that's a rough one. That is rough.
So,
yeah, but then once those doors are closed, buddy, they're locked.
Right. Then they're trying. Now they're on the outside of the ring, but inside the outer cage, and just kind of fighting out there. There was weaponry involved and whatever. It got to a point where it just went on for a while, and Orton was about to climb over the top, and Great Khali made his return, came down to the ring, climbed up the cage a little bit, and was choking Orton through the bamboo cage. Basically almost killed Orton, I'm pretty sure, because he shook the cage, and Orton tried to fall over, back inside, and almost took a header.
Yeah.
So, and they just kind of held on to him choking while Jinder went out the cage, on his own and won. So
yeah, nothing good. No. Nothing good.
I feel like if I was Orton and I saw Khali coming down, I probably would have just climbed down and went to the opposite end. That way, because by the time Khali got there, I would have been able to climb up and out.
You wouldn't have waited on top of the cage?
No, that would not have been my choice.
It took Khali 25 minutes to get to the cage. You're right. The whole match was him walking to the cage. All in all, this was a terrible pay-per-view. Literally, if it wasn't for the New Day versus the Usos, this might have been December to Dismember 06.
It was interesting. I read...
Because to me, that still goes down as the worst pay-per-view of all time.
I don't remember what website it was, but I don't know if it's... Whatever it was, there's some site where people ranked their approvals of all these shows, pay-per-views. Kind of like a Rotten Tomatoes type deal.
Okay.
And it's the third lowest ranked of all time, a WWE show of all
really?
time. However, I don't know how that's how arbitrary that is in terms of people voting on it.
Was it a cage match? That's what I'm saying. No.
Maybe I don't know. I don't remember the site, but it was there's the three lowest ones. This is the third lowest. December to Dismember was the second lowest. You want to take a guess on the lowest one?
You want to give me a year roughly?
What do you mean by roughly?
Give me a decade.
90s.
90s. Is it WWF?
Yeah, this is strictly...
It's only WWF.
Yeah,
okay.
It's strictly WWF/E.
90s, was it the In Your House where the power went out?
Beware of Dog, no.
Okay. WrestleMania with LT main eventing?
11, no.
This is a fun game. This could be was it Fully Loaded 98? I just made that up. I don't even know that's pay-per-view.
No. Triple H Rock, I believe. No, 98. Yeah, 98. Yeah, Triple H Rock.
No, what was it?
It was King of the Ring 95. Featuring Mabel.
Yep.
Winning the King of the Ring tournament.
I'm going to go back and watch... Okay, this will be my homework. I'm going to go back and watch King of the Ring 95 on the network and see if I enjoy it more than this.
Okay. I just watched it recently, a few weeks ago, actually.
Was it bad?
It's not good. Unless you like Mabel or Savio Vega wrestling 4 times.
Jesus Christmas. Really?
It's on there.
Good God
Pretty
almighty.
sure Pretty sure that's the Bret Hart, Jerry Lawler, Kiss My Foot match.
Oh, there it is.
Pretty sure that's on there.
And we got BK texting us. You know what? I'm going to read BK's text on air because he group texted us.
Ratings.
He says, watching SummerSlam 9, the opening match, Rockers versus Power and Glory, and Power and Glory don't get an entrance. How would the old interwebs handle that today? Power and Glory were amazing. We love Power and Glory. They had the most badass finisher at the time, and they had awesome training videos. Sorry, it was an interlude. They would have been fine. They got the win in the match, too, which is kind of funny. So,
spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't
seen
SummerSlam 90. Come on.
30 years ago.
Booking.
What do you rate?
Q.
Q for questionable as to why I watched the show? What do you give it?
D.
Why can't you never go E?
Because it's not actually on the grading scale.
You know what? E minus. It's on the E minus for enforcer. I'm like Dave Meltzer, making up my own grades.
Oh.
Here we go. E minus.
That worked well.
Really close to an F. Really close to an F. And if you would have told me a show that had Sami Zayn, Mike Bennett, Kevin Owens, AJ Styles, Nakamura, The New Day, and the Usos would have gotten E minus, I would have said, you know what? You're probably right in this day and age. So that's unfortunate. Speaking of unfortunate, ProWrestling.com is your home to find the All Night Long Wrestling podcast. Yeah, maybe. You can also find us on Damage 365 Radio. You can find us on Facebook, on your Twitter, at All Night Long WP. You can find us on Facebook.com/AllNightLongWP, Twitter and Instagram at All Night Long WP. You can find us on YouTube through the ProWrestling.com channel. Because Joe, the stallion over here, takes his time, cuts the show, uploads it, and then people post it all around the internet. Easy to find.
Did we talk about iHeartRadio already? Did you say that?
That was the payoff. That was the Shockmaster debut, and you just spoiled it for me.
The Shockmaster debut?
Yeah, you're the beam that he trips over.
I'm the beam.
You're the Fred Ottman beam of doom. I was about to get to the iHeartRadio, because let me tell you something. No jabroni can be on iHeartRadio. You have to be chosen, okay? And through Damage 365 Radio Network, you could find the All Night Long Wrestling podcast on the iHeartRadio Network.
Hey everybody, this is Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man, and you are listening to Damage 365 Radio. And remember, everybody's got a price for the $1 Million Man.
I just want to be able to laugh like that.
I'd like to be the $1 Million Man.
I'd like to be the $1,000 man. Alley Oop. There we go. We got a couple minutes left to talk about the. There was a lot going on Raw this week, and I felt like Raw was. I keep getting the shows confused this week. Raw was the good show, right? There was a decent show. One of them was actually no. Both shows this week were pretty decent. They definitely rebounded from. They rebounded from Battleground Monday night. Is it me, or is there still something not making sense with the Jason Jordan angle?
I'll tell you what it is.
Oh, hold on. Let me sit back in my seat, open up my ears, and go ahead.
You know, it sucks. That's what it is. It sucks. The whole thing sucks. It's dead on arrival from the angle. People don't care. They're silent. Jason Jordan is not a good promo. It's not good. Do you know what the plan is, by the way? Did you read the plan for what the plan is?
No.
Did you see about the plan?
I don't read spoilers, dude.
Oh, okay.
But go ahead. Just tell me. What's the plan? Hold on. If anybody's listening and they don't want to know what the plan is, we're letting you know there's probably going to be a spoiler alert coming in the next 15 seconds. Okay, it's going to be a lot quicker than 15 seconds. 5 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. Okay, what's the plan? Go.
17. So the rumor I read was they were originally going to do something with Ambrose and Rollins and The Miz, right? They're kind of setting that all up. Potentially, I guess, centered around the IC title. I don't know if it would have been a triple threat or not.
Okay.
Now the rumor is they're going to shift them away from The Miz, and they're going to have them challenge for the tag titles, Ambrose and Rollins versus Cesaro and Sheamus, and they're going to have Jason Jordan face The Miz at SummerSlam for the IC title. That's the latest rumor I read. Apparently there might be a Miz TV happening with Jason Jordan soon, so that may be the kickoff to that angle.
That might be the kickoff to the Dark Ages.